back to the beach. It's holding space, but the more people at the beach, it's like seeing a crowd. When you see a crowd, you want to go over and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. It attracts more people, and that's her job, is to help attract more people to the beach.
What does the beach represent?
Evolution. Yeah. We're on the verge of a huge evolutionary step.
And is it important that we do it a specific way?
No. It will not be the same for every person, but you'll get to the same place. Our divine sparks are creative individuality, and we will not lose that in this process. That is the peace of God in all of us.
So, how is it to bring more
attention?
To the beach?
Or is she already doing a good job at that?
Yeah, she needs to meditate more. She had an experience that was very profound. It was not guided, but it was a good formula.
And what happened?
She called in on her entirety, her higher self, herself from every dimension, and it helps amplify the vibrations, or solidify them, should I say. She needs to work on that more.
So this experience benefited her?
Yes. It's a good model to follow.
Is this the experience when she was meditating and a guide pulled her up?
No, that was different. That was a long time ago. That was her son was 12. No, this was very recent. That was me that pulled her by her pajamas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was the purpose of that?
To get her attention. She wasn't supposed to get scared. But it started her on her quest, to understand it. She's been pursuing that answer for a long time and learning a lot along the way.
So it's led her.
Yes.
A lot of things. That's good.
So the vision that she saw is your highest self?
Yes.
So she doesn't need to fear it?
No.
And how can she get back into that state?
By pulling me in energetically when she meditates.
How can she pull you in?
The way she did it, by channeling all aspects of herself.
What's your best advice for her?
Breathe and just keep swimming. 2024 is a big year.
Yeah. What's happening in that year? She thinks that there's going to be a mini ice age. Is that true?
Yeah. It's going to be a little weird because it's being tampered with, which is going to make the next one even worse.
How is it being tampered with?
People are trying to modify the weather.
How are they doing that?
Chemicals.
So what are they trying to do with these chemicals?
They're trying to heat up the Earth's atmosphere.
Because it's getting colder.
And thinner.
and thinner. And is it working?
Yes and no. It's, let's see, is it working? It's it's a band-aid on something they don't really need to tamper with. It's just part of the evolution of man. But they're not awake, so they don't know that.
Yeah, so many people are excited and others are scared. So those are the sleep ones?
Yeah. Some will wake up. When more of the truth comes out, or they start looking for the truth, they'll start to wake. Right now, that's more of a word-of-mouth process than anything else.
What is everybody awakening to?
The possibilities, thinking out of the box, that what you've been told is not the whole story or even the real story. That you are not smart enough or sophisticated enough or religious enough or entitled enough to know the truth is a myth. It's accessible to everyone.
Why is that?
Why is what?
That it's accessible to everyone.
It's your God-given right.
And some are just aware and some are not.
Yes.
Does this have anything to do with the Akashic records?
The what?
The knowing?
The knowing?
Yeah, like what is this knowing? What are we connecting to?
God's internet.
Okay.
Do we all have a line?
Yes. We were just creating what already existed. But it's what the trees are tapped into. It's that oneness. That's the internet. It's that sense of oneness.
So is the internet connecting us all?
The sense of oneness, yes. It's just believing that it's possible. It's once we're no longer afraid, you start to connect again. In a place, love is very important. It's God's language. Fear is the antithesis of that.
Is there a light language?
Is there a light language? Yes. It's vibration. So yes. And there are shades of light that the human eye cannot see. But it is language. And the further up the steps you get, or the further along, the more colors you see, the more light and vibration you see.
Is that why it looks brighter?
That is the sun. That is part of the Milky Way's seasons. It's where we are in the universe, or the galaxy. Yeah, the universe. That makes it so bright.
Oh, interesting.
So the colors that you're talking about in the light,
Are you talking about the sun's light or the vibrational light?
The vibrational. Is that why everybody's seeing rainbow right now? Rainbows in the light? Or what is it that people are experiencing?
Okay, so there's an Earth year. There's a day, there's a year. It's how we evolve, circle around the planet, right? Or circle around the moon, circles around us, or we are circling around the center of the Milky Way. And as we complete that, that's a year. And where we are in that circle determines the quote unquote season. The season we're in now, the sun is whiter. It's I guess depending on how you look at it, it's either spring or fall. You know, it's rebirth, but it's also a die-off. But the air is different, and it's different around the planet, like on the outside of the planet, because it's not just us, it's the universe. It's where we are in the universe. The air is different. Does that make sense? And it's creating all these anomalies. So it's a rare thing, but as where we are and where we are in the galaxy and the way we our spin, that doesn't happen at the same point in time every time. It's a little bit different. And this is what is sparking our evolution. The synchronization of all those trigger points is very unique and very special. And that's what's making this time special. And is helping our evolution.
So in 2024, how you were talking about earlier.
Big wave.
And how's that going to affect us? This big wave. That one.
It depends where we are in our progress. But it will be, for those who aren't awake, it would be catastrophic. And for those who are, the planet will definitely be split by then. The new and the old.
How does the planet split? Can you explain that a bit?
It's like the Mandela effect. You don't really feel it. You just notice things are different.
Are you in both places at the same time?
You can go back and forth.
You can't. You can be in. You are in both, but are you knowingly in both? No, there's a piece of you that can't, if that makes sense. And that's why you notice the difference. If you could be in both all the time and fluidly stay in both, you wouldn't notice a difference. But there's a part of you that oscillates back and forth. The one that holds you in this dimension notices when things are different.
So are some people already in the other Earth, in the split?
There are people there who have been there since the last split.
The last flood?
Since the last split.
The last split. Oh, okay.
When was the last split?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. It was before the flood.
When did the flood happen?
exactly one.
Mm-hmm.
60,000 years ago? I
So,
think. No, that doesn't sound right. I don't know. My ego's in the way. I'm sorry.
okay, so when the Earth split, the last time, um, did they disappear from this?
Yes.
Okay, because I've heard about civilizations disappearing. Is that what's happening with them?
That's what will happen with us.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
But they were more connected, so they all went.
Together.
Collectively.
They collectively went.
Yeah.
What happens when some are asleep and some are awake and this happens?
They'll think they died. They'll think they're gone.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be so much chaos.
Mm-hmm.
They won't know any difference. But they'll miss us.
Mm-hmm.
Some who are ready to leave won't.
Why not?
To help.
Mm-hmm.
So there is such a thing as the Mandela effect then, huh?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And did she experience this?
Yes.
On her way to the doctor's appointment?
Yes, but she's experienced it before.
Mm.
What other time?
She's right about the airport.
The airport.
She also saw a grid when she was having a massage.
Hmm. And what did that mean? What is the grid? What's happening there?
It's a thinning of the veil.
How long ago did that happen?
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So when she saw this grid, it was is that just a symptom of the veil thinning?
Yes,
Or...
she thought it was wallpaper.
Oh, okay. With her eyes closed?
Nope, she opened her eyes and there was a grid on the ceiling.
How is her vision now? Is it getting clearer and clearer?
Her physical vision in this dimension, not so much.
Mm-hmm.
But her...
her divine vision.
Yes.
Is there a way she can clear it up? So it's clearer?
More meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Keep clearing her space. So she can clear her clutter, clear her ability to... it pulls her away.
The clutter?
So, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And it bugs her too, so it's hard to sit in a place of quiet and solitude and actually do the work because it bugs her.
Mm-hmm. So if she removes it, she'll be able to work better?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to need it. She can let go.
So she had a dream years and years ago?
About the earth split?
Yes. What was that?
Just that.
Did she see a future? Was she seeing the future?
It was kind of metaphorical, but it hit all the major points that she needed for her to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
It was the catalyst to her journey.
Mm-hmm. So it started her on her
spiritual...
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because her curiosity drove her.
Mm-hmm. And how is she doing on her spiritual evolution?
She's okay. She's doing all right. She just needs to meditate.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to say more, but she just needs to meditate. Mm-hmm. Let's get started.
Is there anything that her husband can do? Because he's a little...
Yeah, he's very closed. He doesn't share his emotions and feelings. He's very intuitive, but he doesn't like to acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't fit into his perfect box. The math doesn't make sense. He's an interesting soul in the sense that he truly is split. And
why is he split?
His logical mind talks him out of all his signs. And but he has a good heart. And he's not 100% in or out yet as far as coming along. It's what his epiphanies will be at the end if he accepts the possibilities and lets go of the logic. If he starts thinking from his heart, he'll go. And he's starting, he's capable. It's beginning, so if he stays on track, he'll go. But that's kind of what he's doing, is opening the channels and possibilities for him. He'll never admit it. Never. He keeps on telling her she's crazy. But she is influencing him.